Hey, hey, hey! What's up, guys? It's Joshua So, and we're back on a new episode where we left off last time doing a Harry Potter queue. I thought it'd be fun to continue that trend and do another Harry Potter queue. I mean, it's so fun to work on this kind of music, especially when you're studying John Williams' stuff. It's such a treat. So I wanted to try Hedwig's theme, and this one's a bigger project. I was a little hesitant to do this one, but I think it's time, and I made some preparations for it, but it's still a work in progress. We are going to be using a score today. We sometimes do that from time to time. I usually just do everything by ear, but I think this warranted one where we could do it with the score. Speaking of the score, here's a little bit of that snapshot of some of the stuff that I grabbed from YouTube, of all places. I'm actually going to maximize that so you can see that. My apologies. Today, because of going back on score, you guys will see a lot of white screen flashing, and then I might just kind of switch and toggle back and forth. I'll try my best not to do it too much so that you don't get a seizure, but that's going to be the course that we'll be sailing today. So a lot of it is going to be just going off of the score. We'll still use our ears. In fact, there was something in the beginning where I couldn't even hear violin in the beginning, so that's going to be interesting. We'll kind of compare the track, and I'm just using the track from the very first Sorcerer's Stone album. So I know there's multiple versions of this Hedwig's theme, but this is the one that the score that I found that was closest to that particular soundtrack. So I'm gonna go and press play, and let's go ahead and hear how that would sound. This is the actual recording. Let's see. For some reason, it's not getting bigger. There we go. Okay, let's press play. Sorry, and there we go. Strings are coming in here. Sorry, and this is like a very enlarged size. Apologize ahead of time. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. It's always going to be zoomed in. Okay, we'll stop there. We probably won't have much time to do all of that even. So this will be a part, 8 series or something like that. But this is good practice for myself to get better at this kind of music. Also, it's just something that I always wanted to learn with all the string runs. So I hope this will be entertaining for you guys, for those who really want to get better at this kind of stuff. It's, as you know, it's a lot of work. Let me just double check something on this recording here. Oh, okay, yeah, so there's a pickup. Nope, yeah, I just want to make sure that was correct. So first off, I put everything on a click track, so I actually tempo tracked everything, and then marked that with the same measures that are in the score. One boo-boo I made, though, is that this is actually in 3/8, and I put the first part in 3/4. with that, the score says it's Celeste, as you can hear that, and we're going to put the Celeste in here. So I actually did some research. The actual Celeste that's in the recording is mostly a synthesizer. And when I watched some like kind of behind the scenes interview, the keyboardist actually was using a Yamaha DX7 with some sine wave in there, and I think he layered it with some like a sampled Celeste. So that's the approach I went. It kind of sounds like this. Let me see if I'm in the right octave. Although to me it kind of sounds a little weird. Let me just double check something. This is my recording here. Did I maybe there's like a mod wheel up? Good. Okay. So I'll just play a little bit of that. Right. And so I actually already did this part, but it looks like this. Let me just grab one of those. Volume wise, you want it around here. Okay, so I thought that was fascinating. If you listen to just the synth, this is an Omnisphere patch that I grabbed, and it's a Zeol DX7 sign, Zeol. But yeah, it sounds great. So, anyways, I thought that was fascinating. They actually wanted a synth version of that Celeste, and I thought it was, it's going to be like a real one. In the concerts they do that, of course, but in the actual recording itself, they use that. So, very fascinating stuff. I thought it'd save time to put that in because this is more of a orchestration composition type channel. So for me to perform, I'm not the best performer myself. I can't just do full on runs like a classically trained virtuoso piano would do. But I think for the most part, what I can offer you guys is just insights on how score reading and how you can actually put that into a DAW, and the different tricks and little things that you can do with samples to make it sound more convincing. So um, this is going to be a long one. I'm just going to give you a heads up. So just sit back, relax. I hope you guys enjoy the show. Okay, so first off, measure 17 is a little weird. In the score, it actually has some violin, but I think it's they scratched that because I don't really hear that at all. It just sounds like plain celeste all the way through up until this measure. And I wish I could write this down somewhere. This is not a PDF. This is just a PNG picture or screenshot. But whatever this measure is, let's say 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So on 31, on that very last note, we have this viola that's playing for about, sorry, and this is massive right here, but this is the viola part. You have about 8 measures. So that's the easy part. We'll start there. We got viola. We got the cello also just doing some pizzicatos. What else do we have? You got the celeste doing just that little kind of riff, and then it goes into the nice run. So we'll add the run, which I'm really excited about, and seeing how that would play with the violin and harp. Okay, here we go. So viola is in E, so we'll add a viola, I believe here. Let's see. So I said 31 or 32. Okay, so it's 31. I'm gonna put a little bookmark on there as well. I'm just debating if I should put in the piano. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put like different parts in the piano. I think in this one we don't need to do that yet. I'm just gonna go right to the viola here. Okay, we'll put a nice just a legato patch on there. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so that's 8 measures, I believe, right there. Okay, good, good, good. So next part then is going to be, and I should mention this marker here is where the run is. So I'll just say runs, and then next part is let's do our cello. So I have 2 cello pieces I can do. I'm tempted to do the cello on this one. So let's go back, and you know, sometimes I like to do this too. I'm gonna see if I can make this work so it's not so jumpy and you guys can see this a little better. But basically, as you can see here, I got my cello part. I could probably make this smaller now. So let's go. I'll keep this track visible, but yeah, basically that. I don't need this one. This will give save some more real estate here. Okay. So then, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's go to the cello part, which is right here. We could probably extend it out to 43. Okay. All right. Everything's really nice and compact, but and I can sort of see these notes. I bet you can't, but I'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see that. So you got E, B. Oh, see here. Sorry. Actually, it's on 33, not 31. Okay, good, good, good. And then we're going to turn the page. I should be able to do this a little faster. You know what I'll do is I'm going to slow it down to a little bit more manageable tempo for myself. Okay, good, good, good. And I need to kind of juggle my fingers here, but I forgot to, I pressed the right arrow thinking I was highlighting on this side, but I was actually still clicked on the DAW side. Okay, so then after that, let me just keep going. So we go two bars before, like that. Oops, let me try that again. Oh, sorry. That is not a G in that register. It should be like that, right? Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Okay, I'll stop there. Actually, I think the rhythm was do do do, but I'm well past where I was planning to be. So 43 was I was planning to stop there, but let's see. Boom boom boom. Should be something like that. Okay. All right. Good good good. So on this one we could probably quantize it. I'm not too scared to just get it so on the grid for this one. Okay, good. So we'll speed that up just a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna check the volume. So this is the original recording of that. You can hear those plucks. Okay, let's listen to this one. And also, my bells probably are a bit too loud. I just realized, so I'm just gonna bring that down. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, so I think we're good. We could probably just level that a bit more, like so. Okay, and here's our fader stuff. Okay, good. Let's move on. Let's go to back to viola just real quick to see what the viola does midway, because it changes after that little spot where it breaks off. So you have yeah. Okay, so it does break off for that time. We got 2 measures of here. So 4 measures, and 43 you come back in with the E again for 5 measures, and then, although it's not tied, so this one is a new break. You have E, what's that, F sharp, and B, E, F sharp, B. Okay, so that's easy. I'm going to actually just copy this over here, and we're going to go just by memory. Oh, actually, it's 4 measures though, so we got to fix that. E. Okay, and then this one will be A, E. Goes way down here, F sharp, B. I'm in replace mode, right? Okay. Okay, and I'm not sure how that volume and that switch will be, but it's something like that for now. Let's look back at the score. So you got an E, and it goes, drops down. Oh, let's see here. I see. I got that a little bit wrong. Should the B should be extended out. All right, and I do apologize. I think sometimes my computer gets a little wonky. It wasn't doing anything like this before, but I do think it may have crashed, unfortunately. Wow. Okay. Well, this can't keep happening. I hope we can get through this one. Let's see here. Yeah, because it did this just like a few minutes before I was going to start. So sometimes I just have to restart the computer. But man, oh man, I'm bummed that this is happening. It could be maybe a plugin I'm using as well. Sometimes that happens. So I'll look into that too. But dang, this is right out of the gate. So I'm gonna actually restart this one more time on new window. That is funky. You know, I'm thinking that it's probably some kind of plugin. And also, let me just double check here. Okay, I can get this running up and running in a minute or two. But I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I have a feeling there's like a plugin or something that's acting up. It could also just be my slave acting up as well. That could be the case, but I just want to just make sure this is working here. Yeah, okay. So it's probably some kind of plugin. We'll figure that out. Hopefully we can pinpoint it in time. Hope all you guys are doing well. This summer has been zooming right by, and I am kind of in between projects right now. So as far as doing these things, this is nice little extra like fun hobby for me to cover these film scores. But in the meantime, I can kind of give you a little bit of a heads up on what I've been working on recently. Um, you can kind of see some of these, but as far as let me get this up first. As far as and did I save this? Maybe not. Let me go open this one. I have a few movies in the works. I'm really excited about that. But okay, I see. So my backup is not working. It sounds like. So I might have to figure out why it's not doing that. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Maybe I need to just turn off my backup project situation because that seems to be acting weird. Um, let's hope for the best on that. Anyways, while this is loading up, we have a few different projects in the works. I've been working on a new Christmas album for a production music library, and that one is on its way. But yeah, it's going to be really fun, and it's probably one of the most challenging music I've had to write in a while, and has a lot of this kind of John Williams feel. So partly with the Hedwig's theme and some of the other stuff I've been working on has really influenced the way I've been writing for this album. Okay, so I'm gonna do two things real quick. Let me go and change something here because I'm afraid every time we do this like backup drive thing, autosave, I'm just gonna turn it off. Does that yeah, so autosave is off. Okay. And then there's this plugin I got, and I have a feeling maybe this is a culprit. Because I don't really use this one, so I'm kind of like maybe I should just turn it off for now. But unfortunately, the stuff we just didn't save, which I'm kind of bummed about. But let's listen again. Okay, so it's still playing. Great. We're back into where we were before. Let's see if I can kind of get back to where we were on the viola at least. Let's see. The viola is pretty easy. We just have an E. That's for like 8 measures, I think, and then something like that. Okay, let's try that. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Although I'm in the wrong spot, I just realized. There we go. 1, 2, and then okay. Let's see if that's right. So you got one measure, 2 measures, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, good, good. Okay, and then over here we have I think this one should be about half of that length. Oh yeah, actually, I remember now. So after here, it's I believe 2 measures, 4 measures, and then something like this. Okay, all right. I'm afraid to save. Let's see if it'll save this time. Okay, and as I do that, let's look at the score. So the score we have over here, that which I just did. I'm going to maximize that so you can see. You got the E, and then it goes back over 8 measures. then 2 measures of rest. Oh, another 2 measures. So 4 measures of rest, and then you got the 4, and then this. Okay, let's see how we do on that. On the Nuendo side, oh no, I feel like the saving is actually an issue here, which wow, this does not happen. Hey Pedro, nice to see you here. I think okay, I think we're good. I'm just kind of freaking out right now because I'm like, man, is my saving going to be an issue here? It's going to be a slow save for some reason. But anyways, it's working, so we're good. Okay, so we have what we just talked about was this, and I think we're good now. All right, okay. Great, great, great. Okay, so that's the first step. Now we have our cellos doing something here. So we have okay, so where we left off last time, do apologize about the technical difficulties, is just getting this part right here. I'm wondering now, like, is it because I'm using this photo program rather than the PDF file? I don't know what's going on here, but something's kind of acting weird today. Let's see. Let's put this down. Okay, so let's just do what we were doing previously, which was putting the cello at 120 beats per minute for now to record this down. See if I can do a better job. So at 33, right there. So let's try that, and let's put this in pizzicato. I'll just keep going till the end of this phrase. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. So let's move this back up so we can see this. So I'll go back to the first tempo. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quantize. Okay, and then, oops, I think I did a quantize within the eighth quarter note realm. There you go. Aha. Very nice. Okay. Well, thanks, Pedro. I appreciate that. Watch the whole process. Yeah, it should be. We'll see. This is going to be a very slow build. So, yeah, hang tight. Just have some fun, kick back and relax. So the big thing about this part is going to be the, I'm going to go back here, is this run with the Celeste. You got some harp even, but then you got violin. So violin 1 and 2 Celeste is mainly doing this. And you can see how it's pretty brutal. It's, I mean, for a string player, even a Celeste player, that's pretty fast. These are basically in 16th notes, even though they're 30 seconds here, because I kind of see it more in 3/4 rather than 3/8. Anyways, let's look at this line, and we can plunk him in. Let's look right at that measure, 35. Okay. So right here, I'm going to actually put it in the piano. And I might do the same thing I did before. Let's get rid of this. All right, so what we're going to do is, because it's in 16th notes, which is kind of a nice blessing in a sense, is we're actually going to be playing this onto the grid with the step mode. And like I said, it's I'm seeing it in 16ths, so we'll just do it like that. And then let's just compare the notes real quick. Celeste Violin are playing the same thing in the first measure, and it looks like subsequently afterwards you can see how all of these notes are together. Are there any notes that break away from that? I don't see it on this measure or on this page. Let's go to the next one real quick. Looks like the same. We have all in unison basically, and then this one's tied kind of weird. Or the flag of the stems are looking a little odd there, but that's just because it's going lower on the stem or on the staff, I guess. Okay, but yeah, it looks good. So then last page. Well, there's more, of course, but let's see. Should I stop at a certain point? I'm just going to keep going. So let's just look real quick. We're analyzing here. And then our trills. This will be interesting on Celeste, how to do that. I might have to just record that in. And then over here, as you can see, more unison. All the way through to 59, 59. No, it just keeps going. So the end of this is actually at 75. Holy moly. Okay, and then here, this is a little bit different. You can see how this one veers off, and then you just go up. Okay, so the last part's different, but, I mean, I should say I skipped all this too. All of this that has the triple stops here with your right hand, could be broken up with the left hand too, but all of that is different from that point on 59. Okay, so let's just do this nice and steady. Like I mentioned, we'll do it in step mode. Here we go. Now, can I see it okay? Let me see if I can get it a little bigger. Yeah, something like that. And here we go. So we're going to go, this is just piano right now. Ooh. That, okay. And also, I need to, let's do that again because I need to make sure that I get off of the notes. This is, forget about that. I'm going to make it as less musical as possible so it can print. And then we'll use some dynamics. Some arpeggios here. F sharp. Let's fix that. All right, so that's one page. Let's go to the next one. Same thing. I'm just looking at the Celeste line since it's the same. Okay, 41. 41 we have. Oh, no, I flubbed that one. Let's see, A. Right? No, I skipped the note. So let's go, and then it's soft. Okay, and then undo that, C. Okay, next page. Let's see here. Here's 47. I'm gonna center this just a bit so we can see that in conjunction with this, we have that's a B. So the E minor chord. And then next measure. Is that an A? Yeah. Oh, let's try that again. Something happened there. What am I doing wrong? Dun, dun, dun. E, D, C. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay, and then here we have this trill thing. So, if we're gonna copy the, you know, like this for our violins, there's actually trills in there. So I'm just debating if I should do that later with the Celeste. I'm gonna do it later, but we'll do quarter notes here. So we have. So yeah, so the patch or the articulation I have on my sample libraries, they're gonna actually just play this. Well, actually no, they wouldn't. It would be like, oh, let's see here. It'd be like this. It would be like that. You would have to play like that for the violins to trigger. But I believe that's correct. I did do A sharp, right? Okay. All right, let's go on to the next thing. Pedro, holy, that makes me realize I don't understand anything about sheet music at all. Yeah, this is kind of advanced stuff. So for you to be able to do this, you do have to understand a little bit of all the instruments and their ranges, their transpositions, if there are, and also sometimes they're you know, yeah, just notation itself, like this, the clefs, viola clefs are funky. You have to know how to read that to some certain degree. You don't have to be like a pro, but I think it's just good to practice that. And looking at the score is a great lesson in all that. So I'm right here. I'm at this measure where after this trill. Although I actually started on the wrong line. It's a B. Okay. You can see how my sight reading skills are not the best here. I have to pause and like, oh, what is that? Okay, so I'm on this measure now. Let's see here. Did I see E, F, G, A flat? F sharp. What was that? B flat? B flat. Okay, and then you got your A. Where am I? G, F sharp, E. Okay, and then we have, okay, so same thing. This is the trill section. I'm gonna refer to violin 1 because it looks like they split with the violin 2 here, the different notes. So let's try this. We got half trills. Oh, sorry. Oh, there you go. And then, okay, next page. We're almost there. Okay, that is, I'm looking at this, the violin 1 line. That's a E, G, it's a B. So we go way up there. That's right. No, hold on 1 second. C, E, G. Oh, so G, sorry. Let's go back. Undo, undo, undo. So G, E, B. Sounds great. Okay, and then next, back to 16th notes for me in this dot. I'm interpreting as the 3/4. That's why. And then we have. Okay, I think I messed up on one of those notes there. A, G, F sharp, E, D, C. Nope, I didn't. And then. Oh yeah, but I gotta do this in quarter notes. Oops. Yeah, is that right? Okay, and then a lot of half trills. Oops. Okay, next page. We're on 71. We're almost there. I think it was 75. Yeah, 75 is where, or 74 is where we end. So close, very close. Then we have. Okay, so trill stops right at that point, or is it trilling till here? I would say that's not a trill. So, I mean, we have to maybe play that part just to double check. But let's go back, and so this is just a normal note, A sharp. Okay, 16th notes. Okay. All right. And we ended at that spot. Great. So what we're going to do is maybe I'm going to put this in both the, let me try that again, both the celeste and the violin part and just see how that plays together. All right. So here we go. We got this. I'm going to put this down to violin 1 right here. All right. And then, hello, let's see. Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay, and then this one goes to Celeste as well. Let's, yes, do both of those. I guess so. We're going to line those up. All right. Okay, so let's hear this. And in just a second, I'm going to do a couple things. I got to assign this one to... Couldn't try legatos fast though. I'm actually debating if I should do marcato instead. And let's hear just a violin. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, a little too quiet. Okay, so I can fade the rest eventually. But what I want to do is just make sure that all of this is also assigned in the right spots. So all of this right here are the trills I was talking about, particularly minor trills. So we got this one, and then over here we got this one. Another thing, generally when you're doing this type of scripting is, let's see, maybe you have to overlap some of these. So any notes that like are kind of done with the phrase, let's see, maybe not that one, but, and this is really tedious, I know, but it really helps like the scripting or the sample to hear and detect the overlap, because then sometimes the actual slur doesn't work. This is interesting. It's amazing that people can play this in real life, just in real time. I mean, not real life, but in real time. Yeah, I'm always blown away by amazing players. Okay, so we got this, and I'm gonna be a little bit quicker now that I know what I'm doing here. So we got this. So like usually it starts of the note, but not the very end is what I'm trying to do. And then that way, when you add this into your other instruments like violin 2, it actually works pretty well. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and overlap, just like that. Okay, same thing here. So we got whoop to, let's say, okay, this might be wrong. Let me just double check this part. 49. 49. Did I do something funky there? Let's see. This is 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49. So that is right. Your E actually is a start, and then a D sharp below is the next beat. Sometimes it's not always perfect like that, right? Where this is the lowest note is the start of the measure. So that's cool. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, let's do that. This is gonna sound real nice once you get all the scripting together in the right way. Let's keep going. So we're at 53. Okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this. So basically, any start of the phrase and then where maybe it tapers off. I'm just trying to get it to come off of the legato when you don't need it. Okay, we can probably do both of those. Okay, and then this is a interesting line. That's cool. So I'd probably just overlap this one and then start this one. I mean, if you're treating it like a real instrument, you slur here and then you go up and bow this one, maybe, is what I'm thinking. Same here. And is slur the right word? Just making it as close together as possible. Okay, yeah. So that's the Celeste sounding funny. We'll fix that. This one should be. Oh, I actually did that wrong. It's not tremolo. Sorry, one sec. So this one here, I did the wrong articulation. Should be trills. But these are good. Okay. So going back over here, this is the last little thing. Okay. Very nice. So that is violin 1, violin, and then eventually we'll fix the other stuff. So I'm gonna probably just redo this, and I'm going to put this over here now. Okay, with the Celeste, maybe we fix this now. So we have this glued together. Actually, I'll put it on the big one. So I put some dynamic, as you can see. Try to follow the dynamic shaping a little bit quiet here. It's not perfect though. Okay, so starting where these trills are, I'm going to just delete, and we're gonna play or replace them. So 51, this is our first trill right here. I actually have to just perform it in, I guess, E, B, A sharp. Actually, that's pretty easy. If that's the case, I think, well, actually, this is the only one that trills, huh? Never mind. So, I'll just have to perform this one only. So you have something like that. Okay, so E, B, A sharp. I'll go slower. Okay. I think that's all you need. Maybe an extra note. Yeah, I mean, let me see if I can try that better. So you have, oops, did I delete? I think I deleted a note. Oops. Hello. There you go. So over here we have, actually, when you're playing it really fast, you can probably only do, let's try again. So yeah, if it's going that fast, that's probably all you can do. So let's just do that. Cool. Okay. And then moving to this part, this actually breaks off. So basically, all of these notes on the bottom will stay, I believe. It's one or the other. Oh, that one. That is a full trill or a whole trill. I might have to fix that on the violins. Okay, so basically get rid of all the top notes. That's all I'm doing right now. Okay, so all of this is there. Okay, so E. I'll zoom in a little bit. So you got the E, B, E on the bottom notes. Not quite right. It's like E, G. Oh, it's the top notes. Okay, so these are the top notes, and then I just have to harmonize them down below that, I think. Something, well, it's not going to be this exactly, but let's see. It's close. So let's move this over here. And this one I'll program in. Okay. Although it would be nice to shape the velocity as well if we could. So maybe I'll do a little bit of this in there. Let's see. Okay. So if that's the top note for every one of these, I think we're good to start finding a way to work quicker on this. But basically like this. Something like that. E, B, G. E, B, G. Okay. Okay. And let's keep moving. So then you have Celeste on next page. There we go. This one. So over here at this measure, we got the top notes again, right? This is G, E, B. This is the top note, G, E, B. Okay, we're good. And it's just spelling the E minor chord all the way through. So I just have to find, basically these will work like that. And I just copy and paste them. Okay, so the E minor chord is done, but next measure switches key or chord to C sharp. So this is a F sharp major chord. Something like that. Okay, and then yeah, F sharp major all the way through. So you just do that again, and then one more. Just all the triads. So triads, and then this is E minor again. In fact, maybe I should mark this. I should say this is F sharp. Okay, and this one is E minor. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm always like on edge to save, but it seems like it's saving okay now. We're good. Okay. All right. F sharp. We have E minor. Yeah. All right. Same thing. So we're just gonna kind of spell these out. I'll find some of the other ones that I can just sort of work quicker. That was not the right one. That's better. Okay. So you got the E minor. And then over here, what is this? This is a F sharp, A sharp, E. So it's probably F sharp 7 chord, but then there's a G. Interesting. So, and then this one is a E, G, B flat, which would be more like a E diminished chord. So this just kind of switches around here. It's not one chord for the whole measure. Okay, this one was that diminished chord. Okay, anyways, I'm put a little variation on those. And then, moving on, you got that run. Okay, you got more of these funky chords here. So you got E minor, and then that F sharp 7 chord again. So it's right here. E minor, G. Here, let's just grab. Actually, I can't grab that one, not yet. Like that. Okay, next chord. You got E minor. Spelling that out. And this one is here, but an octave higher. Like that, right? Okay, then we have D, G, B flat. I suppose I could play this in real time. I might actually save some time, but I'm already in the thick of this, so might as well. So D, G, B flat. This is a G minor chord. Okay. So you got your G minor chord here, and then what's this last one? This is A sharp. So it's that F sharp chord basically. I think I might have a wrong note here now. I've picked up a typo, I think. No, I didn't. So this is a F sharp minor chord, not F sharp major chord this time. F sharp major, minor, major. Interesting. Okay, so no, that's right. And then we're almost there. Next is F, A flat, C. Interesting. So we're actually going down. We're actually going down in like a chromatic minor scale kind of thing. F. Okay, and we got the, yeah, it's just an inversion of this. Okay, and then next page. Whoop. We have more Celeste. So we have this A minor chord, A minor, and then F sharp. Well, something's not right there. Did I do this wrong? That's a C. I might have played that wrong in the violin, so I'll fix that. So you got the C. Oops. And then this is A minor. Oops. Okay, and last but not least is this F sharp 7 kind of thing with that E on the bottom. Okay. All right. So there's two mistakes I need to fix. I think it was somewhere here on 71 and also up here. Let me just grab the violin. Actually, there's two violins now, so let's go over here. I thought I gapped one too much. It should be all minor. Oh, this one too. My bad. Did I do anything else that's wrong? I think we're okay. And then 71, what was the issue? Oh yeah. So right here it should be I'm not sure. It was A. Let's see. Oops. Over here on 71, 74, 73, 72, 71. On 71 is A, or sorry, E, C, F sharp. Oh man, sometimes that gets all wonky. E, what was it again? I forget. C. Okay, that was a C. Okay. And then is this last note? It probably should be not legato, but more like a, yeah, marcato. And I think we got it. Okay. All right. So the only thing that is not gonna work is the the little splits that happen. So our violin 2 is splitting off around here. At this, well, even here it looks like. Yeah, I guess at 59 it starts splitting. So, but all this is in unison. Yeah. Okay, so then let's go to 59, and I'm just gonna touch the notes on violin 2. We could do viola as well, but I'm just gonna do that for now, and then we can start shaping and see how it all comes together. All this hard work that we put in. So you got E, E, G. I'm at 59. I'll put a marker right there. So this is the split on violin 2, right? Okay. So E, E, G, and maybe I'll do the minimizing thing so that we can see this a little bit better. Okay. All right. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the content here, this is my, I think, 19th cover of a film or game score. So I'll keep it going. If you guys are enjoying it, though, please do subscribe and like the channel or like this video as well. I also provide MIDI files for this for free. So if you guys are wanting to like plug this into your own DAW and just see how it would sound, or play around with it, or just see how it works, you can go to my website, and I have all of these covers that I've done. You know, whether it's the Game of Thrones or if it's the last week's Leaving Hogwarts theme, I have it up there, so you guys can always check that out. All right, so we have E, E, G, E, 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 G, B. Boom. All right, moving on. We got, what is this, E? Okay. So I'm just going to move these in the right spots. A sharp, F sharp, C sharp. And you can't really hear this because the faders are not in the right spots. So we'll get there. Here's the G. It's way down there. What's it? The E. I got a B, F sharp, C natural, and a G. Okay. And then we got this run. This is in, oh, it's not in unison. Oh, that's good to know. So this is like a minor third below on E, D sharp. All of this has to go down. So let's fix that. You got a B here. B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Okay. All right. This one goes down to E. Okay, this is all different here. So you got F sharp, and then bring this down. So D sharp, no, just D, right? D, G, F sharp. All right. Okay, now we're on our next trill area. So you got also like minor third below G, F sharp, G, so E, B. Okay, next we got G, E, B. Okay, here's your G, B flat. Interesting. F sharp, F natural. Nope. There you go. And then C flat. No, A flat. A flat. If you guys can see these notes with me, just if I ever make a little boo boo or typo there, feel free to let me know. Okay. Last part we have. Oh man, I think I did make a boo boo. Somewhere here, I think I skipped a part. No, I didn't actually. I take that back. I take that back. So let's undo this for a second. A flat. Okay. So the reason why I started freaking out was this is actually a little different than there's a run here with the strings. Well, actually, no. Something's not right. So you got 71, 72, 73, 74. Did I just like repeat one of those measures the same? So, okay. Now I'm going crazy. So you got E, A, E, G. Oh, there's a typo right there. F sharp, G, E, C. Oh, no, B. And then G. Okay, I must have looked at the measure twice here. Okay, that's what happened. So here, I probably can just do this, bring this over. There we go. G, B flat, F sharp, F, A flat, C. Okay, and then next page. There we go. Now paste this and move this to the right spots. C sharp. Okay, this is where it diverges. So you got the F sharp, and then goes a pizzicato. Huh, interesting. So let's just get rid of that. And this is a B flat. Boom. Hey, Kilroy. Oh yeah, definitely. It makes you appreciate all the orchestrations. Yeah, I mean not just his. I mean his is always pristine, but you know there's so many great film scores of the past that just was all pen and paper. Just a lot of laborious trial and error of different harmonies, and so yeah. I think working on a computer does make it faster though. So I'm pretty grateful that I live in this century or this era in a way, but at the same time, it's also it can be a bit distracting too with all the technology. So we have this. Okay, so this is pizzicatoing, as you can see in this violin 2 region. You have E, G, A sharp, E, which did I do that? Okay, let me delete this. So it's Divisi with the pizzicato, but then here, I think when you see this, this is the entire strings. So either maybe they go double stop on the bottom two. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Maybe the bottom half of violin 2 plays this as a double stop, and then the other half play that, something like that. So, anyways, that is a C E. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see how this sounds. Let's go and do this magic now. So we're going to go to the merge. Okay, sorry, 1 second. This was doing something weird. Okay. If the mod wheel is up on that, it sounds a little funky. Da, 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 na, 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 na. Anyways, that should do. I'm kind of just, going by feel here, but also singing helps. If you're doing this and you don't have the melody yet, that's not programmed in yet, you kind of have to just like feel it by singing it. That's one way to do it. Okay, so the thing about what I have here is I'm not done with the phrasing yet, but I kind of want to go back real quick just to see the dynamics. So going to the very beginning. So you got this run it, and you can see how it swells every 2 measures, something like that. Okay, at 43, it's quiet. That makes sense. That's where the melody starts. Da, 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 da. Okay, so then at 59, as you can see, it gets a little bit louder. So I stopped there because I wasn't sure if we go louder or softer. So on something like this, it might be better to kind of bring this up just a tad. And let's record. Okay. Okay. That's more or less there. Okay. And we can always reshape this. That's the beautiful part of all that. All right. And then moving on, we got some spammer people. I don't know how these bots get into the Twitch and stuff, but apologize. Yeah, that took a lot of work. Not gonna lie. But I'm really happy with the way it's turning out because I mean, this library Cinemax Studio String sounds so good when it comes to this stuff, and I'm pretty surprised how well the programming is for that and how easy it is. So okay, so we got viola that we probably need to do next, and even cello. If we can get all the strings done for that part, which is up to 75, we can probably start doing the melody and call it good for today. Melody is pretty easy, actually, I think, to play. I mean, I've been playing it a lot, so the only thing is there's harmonies, I believe. Let's see. Or this is a transposing instrument, I think, so that's going to be hard. Hopefully we can just play on Alto Flute and just move it over. But yes, I think everything else should be good. Oh, there's vibraphone too. Interesting. Okay, harp. We also are gonna do harp. Interesting. Solely. Let me just look at the harp real quick, see if there's any other glissandos. Oh, there's one right here. So there's 2 glissando sections or moments. Got this last part. I think I want to add that in with the strings too before adding the melody. Oh, there's also this harp. Oh, yeah. Okay. That one's kind of more just like a at liberty thing. Okay. Anywho, lots to do still. Viola. Where we left off on viola was around here at measure 52. 52. Okay. All right, so we got E. And maybe here, I'm debating if I should play this because it's just easier. It's just hard to see. It's really hard to see, actually. Oh, man. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know if I can play this because I would have to really have good glasses. And my prescriptions are a little bit outdated now. Let's see here. 52. Okay, I'll just program it in. Anyways, we can do this. So we go here. Although I feel like I'm in a different spot. Something's not right. Where am I? Where am I? So this is 43. Dun, 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 dun. 43. So we got E's. Okay. And then we got F sharp, B. That am I in the right measure? Something's not right. Oh, I see. I think I miscounted this measure. My bad. I was kind of in a hurry earlier, and I rushed this part. So it should be like that. That's why. Okay, now we can do this. Okay, so I kind of move that up, and then we'll program this part in. So it's just so hard to see, and it's also an alto clef. I'm not a viola player, so reading alto clef is always a mystery sometimes. So we got this one, and then we're gonna divisi it. So I'll just play this as a split with sustain instead. Just make it easy. So this is a 2-beater, and okay, let's review. So everything is one note down, right? So this is G flat. Is that right? Or is it the other way? B flat. B flat. Okay, so you got your B flat, then you got your note above that, which is a D. Let's listen. Sorry, it's really quiet, huh? So I'll see if I can bring that up for you guys. And then, I think this can all go up just a bit. I think, yeah. That'll help. Okay, anyways. Hopefully you can hear that a little better. Then we have this one. B flat. D. All right. Moving on. So we have this page here. Okay, I'll zoom in. And now we got like that. Same. Oh, actually, no. This is A flat. This is C. Okay, moving on. It's kind of a similar pattern, but it's going down, descending line. A. Okay, moving on. You have this one is playing F sharp. A sharp. Going to, what is that? Having a brain fart here. A sharp, and then E. Okay, and then 2 measures of that. Okay, then it does trills here. So trills are similar to what I had above, except it looks like it's an octave below what the violin 1's doing. I'm gonna guess that's gonna be the pattern throughout, so let's just look ahead. It looks like that's the case. Yes. Okay, let's go to the next page. Are we still in octaves with the violin 1? It looks like that is the case, except let's see here. What is that? This is a B and this is a E. So then it breaks away from that, I believe. C. Actually, this might be different. So high up there in the viola staff. So you have C, E, G, but then it's off by A. So this is an A, whereas this is a G, C, E, G, C, E, G. Oh yeah, no, that's a G. Okay, so this is G in alto clef, and so we're good there. Are we? Actually, this note's different. So this is a B, and this would be an E, I believe. So it does change up a bit. Okay. We'll take a look at that in closer detail. So what I'll do is just take all of this and from there to there at least, let's copy that over into the viola line. But it's actually an octave, oops, right here, it's octave lower. So I just put that octave lower, and then let's go ahead and fix the notes as we go. So we have, I'm assuming that measure is right here, G. Okay. So, what note is this? This is E. Man, oh man, what is going on? I'm just thinking, I get really tripped up with my alto clef here. So I believe that's right, G, but rather than going to that this note, what would that be? It would be a C? Maybe that's what I'm trying to go for. It's a C. Okay. Let's put that up a little bit. You know what? Let's also make this more marcato sounding. So let's put this over here. Marcato this, and as well as this. Okay. Okay. All right. So somewhere right there, I need to fix now. So we have which I think that's a C or a D. Oh man, there's an E on viola. Okay. Kilroy. He's got my back here. So we have this one here is an E, is what you're saying. I'm getting tripped up. G, is this a G in alto clef? C, G, C, E, G. That's a G. So do I need to go higher on this one? Maybe that's where I'm getting tripped up. Is this a B? I think so. I want to say it is. So it changes all right there, but going back to this previous one, I thought this was in unison, or in octaves at least, with our violin 1, right? That part's right to me. Anyways, it just is throwing me off how all of a sudden it goes differently. So let's hear how it sounds. Okay. I think we're good. Thanks, Kilroy. Appreciate it. So, all right. It's good to have a second eye on things. Over here we have 62. Okay, now I gotta put my thinking cap on again. So this is a F sharp. This is a C sharp, G sharp, and this is that F sharp chord that we're on right here. So that doesn't sound, or that doesn't make sense. So this one makes sense, but here, oh, it does actually. F sharp chord. Okay, so this last one then would be a sharp, right? Okay, got it. So that one is much different than viola. Is it the same as violin? Violin 1. Violin 2 is doing A sharp, and then viola is actually a triad or inversion below that. So, okay, making sense. Going back to what we're doing, this is probably E minor chord. So we're going to go E. All right. I think we're back to sanity here. Last one, you got E, G, and this is not right. This one is a, I want to say, oh man, is it E? It's a E. Okay. All right, so then we have this run. This run is probably closest to the violin 1 run. Although once it jumps, it's a little bit different, I feel. You got E, this is a C, E, this is a G, I believe. Let me try that again. Yeah, that's a G. And this is just harmonizing underneath all this. Okay. All right. So same thing. We have to just like basically take all of this now. Just gonna take all of this and put this, well, maybe up till here. Take all of that, put it in here now. Okay. And then I have to move these as we go. So this one, A, B. This is a B. This is a sharp. Okay, and then moving up. Maybe just move all these notes as we're doing this. What did I say that was? That was a G or C, E. Yeah, this is a G. Okay. F sharp. E, D sharp. C. Yes? Okay. And then going to the here. This is A. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting lost here. That is a G. This is F sharp. This one is a E. Okay. And then going to this run here, this is more like a violin 2 run. We're going to go to an A, or actually, yes, A. Okay, we got E. F sharp. Next, I'm going to zoom in. So let's see, you got A here. Let's see, D, C, B. This is B. And then this is a A sharp. Okay, moving on. Over on this side, we got a B. And then we have E. And actually, whenever there's notes like this where they're really close together, I like to put a little bit of a short length on it. Yep. Okay. It's kind of hard to hear that, but there you go. So then you have E. This is a B. G. I believe this is a D. G. And what is that? That's a C sharp. C natural. Okay, we're almost there. Got your F and A flat. Right. Okay, let's do the last page of this little section. And this section we have just a little more. That is an A, E, A sharp, E. Okay. And then I'm going to go to now the violin 2 part, which is right here. And this is pizzicato, supposedly. So over here, let's see what our notes are. We have... Okay. First off, I want to make sure I'm not in the wrong octaves. I believe here I'm actually too high. Like, for instance, this one, it should be this should be an E3. So something's not right there. It's not jiving. I'm going to go up and see where that got wonky. It's probably from this little moment here. Maybe all of this... Well, this was pretty high, I remember, but I'm just debating if it should have been like this. G4, huh? So I think all of that needed to go like that, and then this will go here. So that actually, I need to reevaluate where I went wrong. Maybe this too? I'm not sure. We'll double check the octaves in a second, but the note should be right. Okay, pizzicato. We have that is a B flat, G, E, G, B flat, E, E, and we're going downwards instead. B flat, oh sorry, B flat, G, B flat, G. And I'm hearing like staccato. There you go. But when you play, it's pizzicato. Okay, so yeah, G, B, G, or yeah, B. Where am I? B flat, G, E. Oops. Okay. E, G, E, G, E. Wait, let's see here. G. I don't know what's wrong here. B flat, G, E, G, E, G, yeah. Is it really that much of a jump? E to G. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Great, great, great. Hey, Cheyenne. How's it going, man? Good to see you on here. So we're actually working on strings for this Hedwig's theme here. It's a very laborious process, and of course, you had to come in when the altos are being worked on the violas. I mean, alto clef. Oh, it's such a headache. But I think we got that. Okay, so now what I'll do is kind of just do a little bit of a decrescendo, get that down a bit. Okay, so I think the only problem I had with that viola section was the octaves. So somewhere here, I think I got this part down. So on 59, where it splits, which is right here. I just want to make sure I'm the right octave. So we have this one, which is G3. Okay, great. So that so far so good. Up till here, let's go to the next page. On this viola, it goes pretty high, and I'm thinking, did I go too high? So this is a B, G, E. Okay, that looks good. Going here, you have the E, G, B, G, 3. Okay, and then you got this high, and then it goes down. Okay, so I think I fixed it. I believe I got it in the right spots now. The only thing that looks a little off to me is maybe this one. No, that's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and shape that as well. So let's go and use our little faders. Yep, and let me just double check where I'm at here. Okay. Yep, okay. Okay, so hopefully that works out okay. I mean, it all sounds kind of empty without the melody. So we will add the melody on, but man, oh man, there's so many notes here with everything. So we're missing cello. I would like to finish off cello if I could. So we got that, and then it looks like if you move ahead every now and then, there's like a contrabass doubling there. Oh, it's not. Is it a doubling? Maybe it is, but it's just one note, and then that's it. It doesn't really have much else besides the very last. So we'll do contrabass as well. Let's add that into the mix. So we're going to go to the cellos, and I did one spot where where are you? Right here. So this G, D, B flat, I ended right there. Okay. So then we're going to go here and do the other spots. So and then we have, what is that, F? So yeah, just outlining the chord progressions of the melody. We have A minor is the next chord. Okay, and then last part we have F sharp. F sharp major. Dun dun. And then, what is that? That's a E? Hey, Sam, what's up? Cool. That might be a bit loud. Cool. Okay, so still in pizzicato, I believe. Let's just listen to the original recording to see if that's the case. Okay, so still in pizzicato. Okay, and then here, let's see, you got E, E. Maybe what I'll do here is I'm just going to record this in because it's a little easier. So you got. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, but I think that's a B flat. D, B flat, G. Okay. Let's try again. Let's see, got boom. Maybe I'll do this real quick. This will be a little faster. Okay, next page. We have. Okay. Yep. And then I think I played one of these notes kind of soft. Okay, let's hear that in context. Okay, great. So let's just double check here. Cool. And I like the variation on that velocity, but I'm just gonna kind of bring up that so it's just a little more present. Sure. Okay. Moving on. Let's add the contrabass. The contrabass we're going to just emphasize or accentuate right here. So that's easy. I'm actually tempted to just if I should open up another instance and use this for the bass as well, or just do the bass here with the CSS. I kind of like the room tone of the Spitfire stuff a lot more in general, but then the CSS stuff just sounds, I mean, like as far as the programming, it's just so much more flexible. So I'm just debating. I'll do it on CSS because it's so simple. There's just two notes here. So we got basically I'll just copy this and go here. Other things I need to do is make sure that these are all assigned to the pizzicato. Okay. Pizzicato. Great. All right. Now let's go ahead and make sure we're in the right vicinity. So maybe around there. I'm just messing with the dials. Okay, so now we got the right volume. Let's go back to the other contrabass right here. So I got F, A, F sharp. At what measure? Right here. Bum, bum, bum. So right after that, then we have a pizzicato on F. All right. I think it's right there. It's interesting how there's nothing else. It doesn't actually resolve. Um, anyways. Huh. Yeah. You would think there would be like a hit right there, too. Sort of the end of the phrase. Anyways, these are things you learn. Okay. Actually, let's listen to the recording. Sometimes these scores, for whatever reason, they're not the final score, so it could also not be the case. Let's listen to the original right here. Yeah, I don't hear a bass note right on that last. So that's interesting. 57. Okay, yeah, take note on that. How what makes them choose not to resolve it there. It could also be because it's on the screen with a lot of other things going on in the movie itself. Maybe the dialogue it was rubbing up against it. Who knows? So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead now and do. Maybe we'll start the melody now. So we'll do that, and then maybe some harp after that, and we'll call it good for today. All right, so we got trumpet that kind of comes in, it sneaks in at 59. So that's one thing to consider, but the main melody, that one is played by alto flute, and then followed by English horn. This is actually from the last week when I did Leaving Hogwarts and that cover. I actually omitted the alto flute, and I actually added that in later separately. And I actually think that's interesting that there's alto flute on this one with English horn, which is the same as the previous. So we'll do that combination again. I have a Spitfire version. I also have the CSW version. So this is Spitfire. Oh, alto flute is it's actually transposed. It looks like so. Alto flute, interesting. Or is it not transposed? Transposed and no, that's not right. Unless it's harmonizing, but I don't think that's the case. So it's got to be transposed. I think alto flute, if anything, let me just double check the other parts here, would be I guess it's like a fourth below or fourth above. Interesting. I'm gonna listen to the score real quick, or the recording. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is just play the melody like how I know by heart, and I'll just transpose them to where they need to go, I guess. Okay, I can do that. So let's just do that, and then I'll just transpose. But we do now we know what instruments are playing what. Bassoon is interesting how it does this little trade off. That's interesting. Let's see here. I just want to see how that works. So you got bassoon 1, Oh, and then it goes to tenor clef there. What does that say? Something on request. So it's kind of blurry. OFR on request. I'm not sure what that means. But it looks like bassoon is just soloed. Bassoon 1 is only playing. But then what happens here? I'm just curious. You got the 2. So I think it's doubling. And then so you got A2 here, but then there's like a weird line that goes to 2 for the contrabassoon. Huh. So, okay, maybe what it's saying is bassoon 2 is playing with contrabassoon. Oh, sorry, one sec. There you go. So bassoon 2 is playing with contrabassoon, right? That's sort of what I got from that. And anything else? Yeah, okay. And there is a vibraphone playing throughout. There's harp playing here. Looks like the vibraphone is just playing all of the right notes. Okay. Right on. Let's try this, shall we? Let's maximize this. Trying to think what's the best instrument to do this in? Maybe alto flute or English horn. Let's do English horn. It's kind of glitching. Oh, that was me. Okay, now it's playing. Okay. Well, it's doing some weird glitchy thing. Maybe I'll do it on a different instrument, just because it's like not playing in time. Okay, let's do that much. Let's go way over here. Oh, gee. Next part, 43. There's also some tempo track. Let's try again. Now I know where to start. Let's try again. Okay, that last note didn't really sound, huh? Let's make sure that sounds. There you go. Okay, so let's make sure the timing's good. Maybe push that forward. Okay, let's do it with the music. Ba-bum. Good. All right. All right here. It needs to just a little more, if possible. You could also use a compressor. Good. And then D, D, D. Maybe the E is a little bit strong, but it's also this one, huh? It's also this one. Maybe a little breath. It's really hard to hear that. And so this note is okay. It's just whenever it plays at G, it gets a little loud. So I'm gonna shave that off. And right here too. Still really strong. It's more of the velocity probably more than anything. Let's try that again. Bring the velocity down. Okay. All right. Now we can move this to the other instruments. So we have bassoon, English horn, and bassoon solo. There's also vibraphone, and was there anything else? We got English horn, alto, flute, bassoon. Oh, harp, I guess. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put the harp in. Let's put our vibraphone. Okay, so vibraphone. Okay, this is probably an octave higher, and a little bit too loud to my ears. Let's listen to the recording, make sure it's in the right octave. It's hard to hear. I think it is. It's really quiet. It could be in this octave. Oh, sorry. I need to balance out all this volume stuff, but eventually we'll get there. Let's see here. Okay, so real quick, I'm getting distracted with the bassoon. Bassoon is going to be probably in that right octave. Let's see. It's just loud. B. Yeah, it is. So let's bring this down too. Let's go this much and shave this much and this much and see how it goes. Actually, I'd hate to change that. I'll just use this instead. That's good. Okay. Let's listen to that with everything else. That's better. Okay. And there might be a mistake right there on 48 with the runs, but let's keep focusing on the other things at hand. So here's the vibraphone. Okay, let's look at the vibraphone octave. It is pretty low. I'm assuming it was going to be higher, but let's just keep in that low range. Harp as well. Okay, great. So you have those 5 voices playing in unison. Let's move over. Just make sure that there's no harmonies going on as we do this. Alto flute's interesting because it's transposing. Yeah, I didn't think they did, but I guess they do. So then English horn definitely transposes. It's like second, major second higher than it should be. Something like that. Let's see. Let me double check on that. Boom. Oh no, English horn is like the French horn, I believe, or so it's like a fourth sounding below, or fifth sounding below. Fifth sounding below. It is. So it's, English horn is fifth sounding below. Alto flute, on the other hand, is really interesting. It's a fourth sounding below. Okay, I'll double check on that. That's going to be interesting to see if there's harmonies here, because I have to flip my brain on how that goes here. Okay, so let's just double check here. Okay. Oh, I gotta zoom in. So this one is alto flute and English horn. Particularly here, I just want to make sure they're not doing anything different. Okay, well, this is our vibraphone and harp. Okay. All right. So good. All right. Let's listen again. This is actually a bit rushed, so I'm gonna fix this, as well as I should probably do it in the harp and vibraphone too. Okay. Yeah, even this. So everything is just kind of rushing there. Okay, all of this is ahead of the beat, I feel like. Just a little bit. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. If anything, I could add a little bit more reverb and kind of just make it sound a bit bigger, and also the time, the way it decays. Maybe we add a lot. That'll help. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, there's some kind of accenting going on. The slur's not kicking in on some of these. This one too. Okay. All right. Good. Let's try the next part. So the next part, we have the 59 measure going. Oh, let's try turning that page. Okay, so I think all of these are in unison. If you guys see anything too, let me know. Of course, these are transposing. Kilroy mentioned, you're right alto flute is in G and is a fourth lower than written. Hey, I learned something new today. Let me grab some water too. Okay, so tenor clef. That's I just want to make sure this is in the right vicinity. I'm assuming yes. You got G. Oh man, G B C. All right, that's a C. Okay, C D D. Let me just double check that. C E G B C. And then that's oh man, C E G C E, yeah, C E G. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Sometimes they sneak in harmonies in these scores, and you're like, ah. But then it makes it exponentially harder when you have to transpose it in your head. Okay, so trumpet. Trumpet's a new one. We're adding trumpet in all of this, and also trumpets are a major second written, so that's also another transposing instrument. Okay, so you got let's just look at trumpets to see if there are harmonies here. So you got and this is mute too, trumpet with mutes. That's good to know. Trumpet. Okay, so we're all in unison. Great, makes it way easier. But trumpet for that part, that's the only thing that's added. Everything else is still played, which makes it nice as well. So if I go to back to our alto flute, I'll play that now. Let's try this again. Good. I'm gonna do one thing. Okay, and then okay. See if I can do it in time. Oops. It's a big jump. Let's try that again. This also needs to go just a little shorter. Okay, we're getting there. I get one of those parts mixed up a little bit. And then the next one's wait, this is kind of glitching. Come on. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Really close. I can get this. You know what I'll do though? just so I can really get it in good time, I'm gonna actually, rather than slowing it down, I'm gonna just solo it so I can hear everything. I think the computer's struggling just a little bit, so it's playing all these samples, and this is kind of delaying a bit. And put the volume down on the click. Okay, here we go. Oops. Okay, I'll get that. Let's go over here. Move this microphone out of the way. Sorry, it's acting so weird. Sometimes it does that. We'll see if it works better. Like you can see it play, record, but it's not playing. I don't know if it's just here. Well, I really want to add the faders, so maybe it's a CSW thing. Because this one, it responds a little better. Let's see if I can do it with this one instead. Yeah, it's a little better. I do like the tone of the CSW on this one better, so let's bring this back down into here, and hopefully it doesn't glitch. It's not really sounding out when it should, so that's kind of concerning. All right, let's see. Maybe we do a quantize on this. And let's try again. Right there. Okay, this one's a little bit off. Okay, that's doable. Let's move these notes over and call it good. What we do need to do is just get this to sound through the other ones. So first off, this is too long. Okay, let's grab that, and then I'll put this over here. Okay, let's hear how it sounds just with our woodwinds. So right here. Good, good, good. I think the bassoon got loud again. That's because of this. Okay. That's a little too long there, huh? On the end. I think it's the end of that first measure. Let's see how that ends. So you got a little bit of a tie over, so an eighth note over. Yeah. Also, I realize I think you have to put some vibrato on these. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, cool. So now that we're playing this, first off, this can go louder. So this part here, we can bump it up just a bit because it's not cutting through in the mix as much. So, and that's because of this. This is distracting. I think I made this a little bit too loud. So I'm wondering if I should, let's see, let's do like a global thing. Let's just bring it down. And let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So it just connects a little better. Okay, so let's hear how that sounds now. Okay, cool. All right, just make sure that all ties in. I mean, I'm debating if I should even bring this down, but you do need it to relatively sound louder together, so I think we're okay. We just gotta bring that up. We are also missing one or a few other instruments. We got the muted trumpet. That's a new one. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that. Makes your life much easier. So I don't have a legato muted trumpet. I just have a sustain or a long that doesn't have that scripting, but that should be okay. With everything else sort of blended in, it's not going to be a big deal. So the timing on that is a little bit off with not just this one, but probably for the other instruments here. So I'm going to fix that as well. Actually, you know what? This just needs to overlap. That's what the problem is. Okay. Okay, and then also it's just a bit loud, so I'm going to bring this down. Let's see if maybe I can rephrase this. So let's try that. Oh, you know what? It's not playing. I'm hearing just the English horn. Let's try again. Oh, that's better. I think this one has a muted trumpet too, now that I think about it. No, I don't think I do, actually. So this one has it. Trying to think if I have any other ones. I do have a jazz ensemble that has one too. Let me just double check here. Well, there's this one. This probably has it. Let's see. Yeah, this one has muted trumpet as well. Okay. So this is just a solo. Okay. So if I were to maybe try different articulations. Oh, I see. So for this one, I have other articulations that I could do muted stuff with. So I have like a marcato muted, short muted. So that's interesting. Maybe I mute this for a second and see if I can just get like a better articulation for the mutes. It just sounds kind of funny. I don't know, like boom. Maybe we do like a marcato or tenuto. Something like that. If that makes a difference, I don't know. Or it can be the opposite. We do the tenuto there and marcato there. Let's just do the sustains on those. Maybe just on that first one. Maybe we just do that and there's a big tonal difference between the two. That's mainly because I have tenuto, not tenuto muted. Even though, even then it sounds different. That's interesting. Short. Maybe do a short instead. Like maybe this stuff. And I could do this for the other ones too. I realize like this, these shorter notes, we could maybe add a little more excitement by doing short staccato notes. The tuning is really horrendous on that note. I don't know if there's something I could do different. Maybe try a different articulation. That's better. So same idea. We'll just do the tenuto. We'll do tenuto on this one and staccato on this one. And this one too. Ooh. Let's do that. Tenuto or marcato, I mean. Let's see if that does anything with a vibrato. I just don't hear a lot of reverb or anything coming out from this, so I'll do the same thing I did before. I need to bring up more of the brass reverb and the timing at least. I think I'm going to change this up to that too. Let's see if that helps. A little bit better. I mean, we can mix it with this one too and just call it good. Let's see. All right. Let's bring up more of that reverb as well. Okay, so here we go. Let's put that all together with this. Cool. That sounds pretty good. For the most part, you just want to blend it and do that. Let's see. So the other thing was, or other instruments I'm missing is this one, which is a vibraphone, and our harp. We haven't added harp at all, so we'll do that. Okay. Okay, this one I really need to quantize more. Oops, I should do eighth notes. Okay, great. What else? So the harp was the only other melodic instrument here. So we got two harps that I have. One is from Sound Iron. Sounds great. It's a nice flexible library. This one's a Spitfire harp from Spitfire Audio. Also recorded in the Air Lyndhurst Hall, which I think Harry Potter was recorded in. Just gotta bring up the volume on this so you can hear it. I mean, this is nice because it blends with the hall more. Let's try it. Although, you know what I should do? I should use this one because it has all those notes quantized, and or at least the second half was. Let's see if I brought this up as well. This should be more in time. Maybe this one too. Maybe these notes need to be quantized as well. When I think about it, that kind of messes up some of the other notes here, but I can fix that. Okay. All right, and then we just need to bring up that harp, like I was saying. Let's bring up the velocities. Okay, let's hear it together. It's good. I guess the only other lacking thing is just adding a bit more dynamic just throughout. When I was doing this earlier, you know, it was just kind of random. I mean, it had a little bit of a form, but I feel like you could shape it a little bit more on some spots. Like, what was it? Was it? Oh, at 59. And even just quieting it down a little bit. Is that a word? Quieting it down. So like this stuff, it just sounds so flat, and I'm not sure if this would help, but let's see. I felt like some of those notes just really just sound robotic. And then like this stuff, you know, for instance, if I were to try, what I was saying is, let's delete this. Put in the merge. Yes, already in merge. Okay, and then here we go. Let's try again. But yeah, let's see if I can practice what I'm preaching here and try something here. Something like that. Really is this little high point. And I kind of missed it. I feel like I was just a little bit off in the timing, but it still adds a lot. Just even if it wasn't directed in the right spot, you can really feel that difference. Luckily, there's only 3 of these, so I can just edit this. But something like that makes a huge difference. It's a little wave. Okay. Yeah. Let's hear how it sounds with the other way, just the original way I had it, if that does anything. Yeah, maybe I wasn't that late, but I feel like there's something there. I actually like the way that sounds better than how I had it visually earlier. So, yeah, maybe it wasn't that far off, but that's the idea. So that you got this, and then let's go ahead and finish this off, or clean it up, I should say, and call it good. So then you have this. Yeah. So I think I feel like I need to do something here too. Just a little push in the volume. So we'll go that. This is a global thing. Okay, so we got this one. Maybe not so drastic, but it has to be felt. So, or heard and felt at the same time. So. Something like that. You can even exaggerate with this one. Yeah, that's a bit exaggerated. Maybe too much, right? But you can. That definitely helps, I think so. Okay. I wish there's a button to just smooth this out. I know there's the curves, I forget what you call it, that the starts with the H, I think. But those curves are nice, but I'm a old school person, I guess. So let's get that. Okay. All right. There's just a couple more things. So, what time is it? Yeah. Okay. I can do. So let's go ahead and add oboe. So there's some oboe right here at the very beginning. Not on this measure, but a few pages over. Right here. And then there's harp. The other thing is the harp glissandos. All I'll say with oboe is it's just like 3 notes. I noticed that in the recording too, which is it's cool. It's just like a small color. I think it's right around here. This is the original recording. Right there. So there's those 3 oboe hits, and the score even has it too. Let's put that in. Really easy. Is it 1 oboe? Is it 2 oboes? Doesn't matter. I'll just do an oboe solo, and then we'll have 2 E's, or sorry, 3 E's with a grace note on an F. Okay. So let's go here. And what measure was that actually? Oh, I'm not even sure. Does it say what number it is? So it's 42, 41, 40, 39. So measure 39 right here. This is where the oboe is. I'll make a little marker. Say oboe. Oh, whoops. Oboe. Okay. Let's see. We have some short notes. Basically that, I think. We'll program the right articulation. Oh, nope, it's on 2. So, all right, and then let's go and do something else here, maybe. Something like that. I think it needs to resonate a little more. Maybe like a tenuto. Let's see if this tenuto sounds better. It might be too long now. Yeah, maybe staccato. Let's bring down volume just a bit. Now it's a little too soft. Sounds a little funky. Honestly, you probably can get away with the grace note if it's affecting the sound. something like that. Yeah, I kind of like the staccatissimo. I don't know. Maybe one of these you keep staccatissimo, the other one you don't. Oh man. Anyways, little things you do. If I were to keep that, how's that? Okay. All right, we spent probably a minute too long on that one. Let's go to our harp. The harp thing with the glissandos. If we're in E minor, I'm assuming we just do a minor type of glissando rule. So I'll assign that to this one here. This is how this library works, at least. So we're in E minor. Or maybe not. Looks like the harp wants to go A sharp as well. E, F sharp, G, A sharp. This is like kind of the pedaling diagram. Oh, okay, and then there's some high notes that you kind of have to aim towards. And squiggly marks. So you're kind of going up and you're not exactly going down and up. You're kind of going up and down over. Okay, interesting. So, what are we doing? I just gotta get the right pedaling. So you have, let me see here. Interesting. So we're missing. What is this? So this is an octatonic scale, I believe. We're missing an A natural. Skipping that. Oh no, it's not. Not a true octatonic, at least. That's weird. The notes. Is there a C sharp? No, there's not. C. Huh. I don't know. That's just a weird cluster of notes there. Okay, so I can't think of a scale that or pedaling that would match that per se. E. Huh, A sharp is very unusual. It's cool. I'm just trying to think how I can execute this. So we have 3 sharps. Huh. And they're unusual sharps. F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. So what scale could I do that in? Because there's no C sharp. Is there a typo? I don't know. I mean, the pedaling would work on a harp. This is just the scales on this one are a little bit different. What can I do here? What can I do? So maybe what I do for this one, since it's very unusual, is I'll actually do the runs on this library or on this patch. I'll just do it like that, and then I'll change the scale degrees and go from there. So anyways, that's little things. What I like to do though is listen to the recording. I can kind of hear the harp every now and then. So there's definitely a big around 39 to 43, and a little bit in the start too. So at 35. Okay. So I mean, man, I'm just tempted to just keep it in like a E major, or sorry, E minor, and just doing it that way. But then that A sharp is interesting. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to what I was saying before. So I'll do it this way. So you got. Yeah, something like that, right? Let's double check here. This last note is an E. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try another attempt on that. Oh, okay, I gotta start right on 35. Oh man, let's see. Okay, that's about right. Okay, let's do that. And then using the whatever harp diagram they have there, you have F sharps, and then you have A sharp, no, and then no C sharp, but D sharp, yeah, D sharp, and then back to the F sharps, A sharp. Okay, so these are some funky little things, but I think we got most of them. There's some more up here. Okay, and let's see how this goes. Something like that. I might be able to fix this one a little better. Oh man, let's see. Is there a way I can do this without redoing this? Okay, so first off, this is a bit too loud. This should be A sharp and D sharp. Okay, so I can probably stretch this out just a bit. Yeah, let's do it again. About there. Nope, it's too much. Let's try again. Right about there. Okay. Let's try that and see how that sounds. Okay, that's a bit loud on that last note, but that's more or less where we are. Maybe we. Something like that. Cool. Okay. Yeah, you can go crazy on this and do all sorts of editing, but it doesn't have to be perfect. All I say is just kind of get the effect of it. That's what matters. Some of the dynamics are a bit loud here, so I'll make sure it really brings out more here towards that part. Yeah, okay. Okay, same thing. Let's actually draw in the volume. Okay, that's a bit much, exaggerated, but it's a good start. So then maybe we just compress that a bit. Something like that. Okay, good, good, good. I don't want to go too crazy, but I think this part is just overall just a bit much. Oh, hello. And then, so this stuff right here, even this can be toned down just a bit. But now it's like too much. So what am I hearing? It's probably just these few notes that are a bit loud. Man. I don't know. I like it. I'll keep it like that. Okay, so there's one other glissando, glissando on the harp, which is, oh, actually there's two more. So you got this one. Um, okay, so what am I looking at? Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Well, at least to the score. Maybe this one I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta stop here. Holy smokes. Okay, so then on this one I have to go the opposite way. Oh, okay. Well, I can make this work if I were to... Huh. Okay, let's duplicate this. Let's go like that. Interesting. How do I piece this? What if I did this for the first one? And maybe like piece that here instead. See if that works. Okay, so once you perform it, editing it is pretty easy. This stuff though just needs to be pushed in a bit more, so I'm gonna do a little trick where I go like that, stretch the MIDI. Okay. Okay, good. And then this is doesn't have to be that loud. It's just subtle. Good. Okay. Great, great, great. This is good. And then maybe we go do we I think this is the pedaling is saying here. I forget the order of the harp. Sometimes they say it. I do have a little diagram. Let me just double check that real quick. Oh, let's try again. We go over to harp. Where are you? Oh, harp. Okay. So over here, I think the diagram has it here, right? D, C, B, E, F, G, A. I should know this, but it's been a while. D, C, B, E, F, G, A. So going to the diagram, this is D, C, B. So D flat or D sharp? D sharp, I'm assuming. D, C, B, E, F sharp, G, A. So now there's a natural. Go figure. But we do need to somehow piece this in. So we'll go, it goes high, low to high to low. So over here, it goes something like this. And then there's no A sharp, it's saying just A natural. Okay, so that's it. Cool. A sharp here as well. A natural now. Cool. All right, so that'll be handy because there's another run right over here at the very end. And that harp run is this measure, 74. I'm going to zoom in, and as you can see, harp playing D, C, B, so D sharp, E, F sharp, B, A sharp. So A sharp on that one. And what's the last note? B on beat 3, I believe. Beat 3, yeah, let's just say beat 3. So that starts from B to B, 2 octaves, or 3 octaves, I should say, because octave 8 VA thing. So that was 74. Okay, 74. Cool, cool, cool. So do I have something here that I can use? Probably this one. So it's B to B though, so it's a little bit different on the notes. Got that. B to B, but that's only 2 octaves. We want 3 octaves, B to B. And then we're going to, let's see, let's find that B. We're going to stretch this over to beat 3, like so. Okay. On 74, right? 74. Yep. Okay. Okay, so let's just double check our notes. So there was A sharp, D sharp, and F sharp on these. This is a little bit behind the beat. Yeah, something like that. All right, and I think we're good for today. So let's go ahead and admire all the stuff we just did within the 2.5 hours or so. I'm going to delete this, and let's just also do some housekeeping. So I'm just going to get this all in the same ballpark with all our MIDI. It's just easier to navigate when you're going through all this afterwards. I might actually hide this, so I'll just go new version on that one for now. And then that's it. So let's go here. Let's delete all the muted tracks. Okay, what's this? This is that Harp Glissandi. Okay, and then we also have our expression maps. Gotta make sure everything is assigned to an expression or an articulation. This one isn't. This one's missing right here. This is a pizzicato. Okay, what else? Alright. Cool, cool, cool. I can probably delete this and that track as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and play it from the top. This is the first part of Hedwig's theme. Has the Celeste, it features that, as well as alto flute, English horn, bassoon, muted trumpets, and more. Here we go. Okay, great. All right, so that's the wrap up for this week. I'm going to just keep chipping away as we do until we finish this one. If you guys are curious about the score, where I got this from, I just got off of YouTube and I just took screenshots of it. Someone had a score. I forgot the person who had the channel. My apologies, but they had a great score. If you just type in Hedwig's theme, and I just literally took screenshots of every page. It was not that many pages. It was only 30. Anyways, it's something that is really important to do. I think is just recreate some of your favorite scores from scratch or from sheet music, and you learn a lot. So I'm definitely learning a lot. We'll also do some chord analysis down the road. There's some interesting harmonies on this one. A lot of diminished chords and just like kind of jazzy type chords that John Williams is known for. So, but he does it in his own way that just doesn't sound like jazz. So it's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care.